Hello, and welcome to a rather yet surprising episode of Flame Wars. I'm your host, Brent the Ink Demon, and if you're new to the show and don't know how it works, check out these recommended episodes. And if you're not new and you know how the show works, well, let's get ready for the fight. Well, today's battle is kind of an odd one, but interesting. Today we have a battle between SpongeBob and Patrick versus Junior and Jeffy. And to make this fight fair, SpongeBob and Patrick will not have the magic pencil or the page, so they will not have that. And this battle will take place at the SML house, and Jeffy and Junior will get the Pokemon from the SML Pokemon videos. So, finally, with all that out of the way, let's introduce Flame Wars' next round of fighters. Alright, let's start with Jeffy and Junior first. Let's start with Jeffy first in this duo. Jeffy, Francois Jeffy, is here for the first time on Flame Wars. He is a very, very stupid puppet that does little to nothing in behavior, and he can actually should be working on his behavior. He is the best friend of Junior, Cody, and Joseph, the adopted son of Mario and Rosalina, or as of now, Marvin/Rose. He is a very powerful puppet that you do not want to mess with. As for powers and abilities, he has life manipulation with his pencil wand by turning Mario into a Minecraft zombie and a tiger, Brooklyn guy into a dragon, and a bowl of green beans and a chocolate cake. He also can heal himself and others with his pencil wand as well. He also has resurrection, which means that if he dies, he can technically be brought back into literally after the situation. Or the only problem is that he can't really come back instantly. He'll have to wait for the next time on Flame Wars. He also has many alter egos as well, like Sicky Jeffy, Smart Jeffy, and Jeffy Kun. He also can draw an army of doodles with his pencil wand, which they are very weak to paper as well, so they're kind of like Doodle Bob and are also weak to paper. And he also has magic with his pencil wand that allows him to basically just use magic a lot. Alright, let's now get to his arsenal. As for the weapons in his arsenal, he has a Nerf gun, a homing missile, a sniper rifle, dual pistols, ARs, a tennis ball gun, a go-kart, a blue helmet, Bunghole, his imaginary friend, sneakiness, and the backpack that shoots lasers. Now, as for Jeffy's Pokemon arsenal, he somehow has a Cookie Monster that learns Thunderbolt, a Pikachu that learns Thunderjolt, a Magikarp that learns Splash and then through the Dragon, a Gyarados that has no damage knows, Chimchar knows Flare, Caterpie knows Spring Shot, Politoed EX knows Upward Lick, Punch, Run, and Swallow Up. Alright, as for feats, he was able to put a diamond behind Mario Zero without him noticing. He is smarter than Stephen Hawking's in the Smart Jeffy form. Debatable as the Hawking did not get to the finish of the contest. He once beat up a policeman in a pillow fight. He stole multiple Lambos and money, and kept the shark and the tiger before. He survived getting hit in the head by a baseball. He pooped his jeans without getting butt exfoliation. I'm not going to talk about that. And he took off an ankle bomb and put it on Bully Bill right before it could explode. As for more feats, he once dodged a bullet. He helped capture Santa Claus with the help of Junior and Cody. He broke Bully Bill's bones many times. He caught a football with his mouth before. He was able to taste a clown's hair. Used to bang his head on the most near surface. Escaped his foster home, as it really was just a prank by Brooklyn guy. He walked around in bumblebee shoes that stained him. Is somehow a good artist. He somehow painted the Mona Lisa on an egg. Just like Black Yoshi, he shook the entire world by screaming. He was good at bowling blindfolded. He once kicked the ball into space, and he once screamed so hard he shook the earth. He can also scale to the likes of Junior, Black Yoshi, Shrek, and Woody. Junior and Black Yoshi were able to shake the world by screaming. Shrek blew up the earth with a massive fart. Woody survived the plant-sized shrimp, which was a meteor at first. He can match Patrick, and no, not Patrick from SpongeBob, we'll get to him later. This Patrick ran around the entire world 5 times in just a few seconds. He was able to match Cody, who ran 10 miles in 1 second. He countered and overpowered Jackie Chu in an anime laser clash. He collected all the Dragon Balls in 1 day as well. He defeated Chef Pee-Pee in a laser fight. Jeffy defeated Hunky Form Cody. He once survived a plane. And he also has survived getting beaten by his mother Nancy. As for weaknesses, Jeffy is extremely dumb. He is dumb to the point where he's even more stupid than Bowser Jr. He is also not much of a fighter, even if he has beaten up people before. His helmet can break with enough force to break it out open. Calling him a bad boy will result into him having a hissy fit. And also green beans. If you feed him green beans, then he'll definitely attempt to choke on him or something like that. Overall, Jeffy is one powerful puppet with many powers. He has great durability and decent strength and speed. However, even at 17 years old, he still acts stupid and can make childish mistakes and does misbehave a lot and can sometimes fall for tricks. From one friend to another, let's discuss Junior. Junior is 11 years old. Bowser's his father. It is really unclear, but he could possibly be adopted. He has a pet chain chomp and a tarantula. And he switched bodies with Jeffy, his dog, and Chef Pee-Pee. As for his powers and abilities coming from the superpowers videos, when mad, he could shoot massive amounts of lightning out his hands. He can shoot laser beams. He can also mind read. Again, these were from the SML superpower videos as well. Okay, now on to his arsenal he has. He has the clown car from the clown car video. He has a handgun, a Nerf gun, a sniper rifle, a crowbar, a knife, a hammer, a voodoo doll, which whoever he thinks of or says he wants to torture with that, he can torture them via using the voodoo doll. As for the Pokemon he uses, he has a Pikachu, either in Pidgeotto. He has even more Nerf guns. He has a lightsaber, and a voodoo doll, chopsticks, the undo button, and the red button. The red button can wish for anything at any given time at the cost of a human life, which means he has 7 billion chances. As for feats, he took many spankings from his dad. Along with Joseph and Cody, he destroyed Robot Chef Pee-Pee by pushing him into a pool of water and electrocuting him. He used a voodoo doll to beat up and send Chef Pee-Pee into space. He was the only one to survive at a military school because everyone else died. He can also match Patrick, and no, not Patrick Star, and Cody, who ran around the world in just a couple seconds. He once survived the bite from a squirrel. So, yeah, he survived the bite from a squirrel via just surviving all its rabies for a long time. He has survived tons of falls, like from stairs, balconies, you name it. He survived a ton of falls. He survived being shot in the video The Gun. Along with Cody, he once killed Jason Voorhees via drowning him in a bathtub full of water. He came second place in a Mario Kart race, and he only got second place because of a blue shell. He's able to match Jeffy and Black Yoshi, both who shook the earth by screaming, and he did it after breaking his leg. He can also beat up Cody and Joseph and tank beatings from them. He once stole the Declaration of Independence, and he survived being in the sun. Although this is considerably, he did die, but SML characters can just, come back from it. As for weaknesses, he is a spoiled brat. He can get arrogant, cocky, and dumb. He's lost his powers before. He can make dumb decisions. He can be claimed, like Jeffy, retarded. He's still a kid. He has ADHD. His mind reading needs to be activated by extreme radiation. He's not that very strong. Weapons and abilities can be argued that they are a one-time use, as he loses most of his weapons and abilities, although that one could just be a straight-up outlier. Overall, Bowser Jr. is one impressive, powerful kid with many things in his arsenal that make him a force to be reckoned with. However, he is retarded and can make shitty mistakes and has ADHD that will make him lose focus in a fight. Okay, starting from one popular duo to another, we're starting with this again. And before you guys go after me and say, no, do Chowder or Gumball, those are saved for future episodes. So before we go anywhere further, just want to let you guys know that. So while we're starting with SpongeBob, basically his age is 29. He's show first aired in 1999. He's an expert chef and can do very more. Now, when it comes to powers and abilities, this sponge does not joke around. He doesn't fucking joke around with his powers and abilities. Speaking of which, he has superhuman physical characteristics, possible genius intelligence, underwater breathing type 1, acrobatics shown several times throughout the series, body control, meaning he was able to control his body, elastic ski, I don't know how to say it, but he can stretch his limbs out. He has enhanced senses. He once smelled Krabby Patties from a large distance, making him able to have that power. He has shape-shifting, being able to shape-shift his body into many things. He has size manipulation, which allows him to change his size sometimes. He is a powerful Toon Force user. Like, he can use top-tier Toon Force, but not on the same level like Mickey or Bugs. And also, he has bubble manipulation as well, being able to manipulate bubbles. He also has limited water manipulation. This doesn't mean he has unlimited water because he can run out of water. He also has surface scaling, being able to go up to the surface in many episodes and not be hurt by it. He's able to use flight. He can also use absorption, being able to absorb many liquids that he would, suck and absorb anyways, he's also a karate master, being able to show that throughout the series multiple times. Even though he does have a black belt, he doesn't act like a black belt. He also has self-sustenance. He also has non-physical interaction, being able to physically hurt and touch the Flying Dutchman. He also has massive regeneration throughout the series, very extreme durability, being able to survive many car crashes. He also has sound manipulation, as seen in the Legend of Bikini Bottom, where his laughter hurt the Flying Dutchman. As for feats, he survived many explosions and car crashes. He's somehow survived the vacuum of space. He's taken beatings from Flance the Flounder in the episode The Bully, one of my favorites. I suggest you watch it. He's also survived from being a cloud of dust. And he was able to make a new body of himself after being instantly blown up. As for weaknesses, he is gullible half the time. He can easily make mistakes. He barely takes things seriously at first. And his power of Toon Force can vary from weak to powerful, meaning that his Toon Force is not that powerful or inconsistent all the time. Overall, SpongeBob might be one powerful sponge with high durability and Toon Force. However, he can make mistakes and isn't bright sometimes, or can be gullible. From SpongeBob to Patrick, and the last character of this pre-analysis, let's discuss Patrick Star. Now, Patrick Star, he is, to put it special, really dumb. and he is completely fat and lazy sometimes. He's the best friend of SpongeBob, enjoys eating food, and literally anything else. He has shown to regenerate many times before. He has immortality types 2 and 7. He also has Toon Force. He has madness manipulation, being able to create a song so bad that even the creators of it died. He was able to underwater breathe, obviously. He has life manipulation, being able to give life to dead sand before. He had age manipulation, being able to age for a long time, but in the next scene he was perfectly back to normal, surprisingly. He also has body control, being able to create Pat back. He also had high pain tolerance, being able to take many beatings, explosions, and more like SpongeBob. He also has forefall awareness, like SpongeBob. He also has Berserk mode, meaning that if something were to happen that were to, piss him off, he would, get stronger, kinda, and just, get more brutal at you. As for feats, he managed to kill a band with his very bad song lyrics, with his very bad sounding, that whole Patrick Star song, I forgot the name of it. He survived his life without his brain one time. Him and SpongeBob survived the wilderness for a year without food or water. They even managed to function properly by traveling 4,000 paces in the episode arc, and got unaffected by SpongeBob's very bad breath in the episode. As for weaknesses, he is not bright at all. He is arachnophobic, meaning making him afraid of spiders. He can't freeze the entire planet at once. He mainly needs ice cream to do it, and he somehow can be tricked into punching himself sometimes. Overall, Patrick is one powerful starfish you can think of. However, he is mainly not bright sometimes, and can be tricked half the time. Alright, the commands are set. This battle will take place at the SML house with no prep time. Also, remember, SpongeBob and Patrick do not have the page or the pencil, so keep that in mind during the fight. Anyways, let the battle begin.
Six and a half hours later.
damn it, SpongeBob and Patrick won. So yeah, and before we discuss why they won, I'm gonna give a shout out to the Yoshi fan because he created this matchup with the connections and stuff in his trailer on this. And also another shout out to Beto because he's epic. Anyways, let's discuss why SpongeBob and Patrick would beat Junior and Jeffy in a fight without the page or the pencil. And this one can get quite tricky. How the hell do we even start? Now, you gotta accept the fact that these are two different duos, where we can't just assume they all have the same stats and abilities because that would just be unfair. So, here's how we're gonna do this. We're gonna talk about each stat since SpongeBob and Patrick actually had, stomped this matchup, even without the page or the pencil. So, whenever we go to strength, SpongeBob and Patrick's best strength feat I could find that wasn't composite or any crap like that was them being able to scale the Squidward, lifting up his house, and even, somehow taking a lighthouse to SpongeBob's house. Now, for Jeffy and Junior's best strength feat, the best strength feat I found for Jeffy was that he lifted, he was strong enough to knock out Bully Bill many times and has taken a bucket load of beatings and was able to lift a 3-seater couch, a TV, and many more crap they threw off threw into a pond or a balcony. So, how with strength? SpongeBob and Patrick could easily take this, and Junior is basically a fucking weakling at the, strength. So, that basically concludes strength for you guys. Now, for speed, SpongeBob and Patrick's best speed feat was them scaling to Squidward, and the fact that SpongeBob can scale to Patrick, who ran to the sun and back in just 14 seconds. Now that's impressive fast. As for Jeffy's best speed feat, the best I could find for Jeffy is managing to outrun a bike many times and being able to have combat speed against Bully Bill sometimes. As for Junior's best speed feat, there isn't really much that I could go off of for this, other than the fact that his combat speed is whenever he learned karate. And if you go watch the Bowser Jr. Learns Karate video, you can see that he has some average, speed against Bully Bill. So that concludes speed for you guys, and the rest, let's go over that now. As for intelligence, oh boy, this is gonna be a very fucking tricky one, and let me say that for intelligence, I couldn't really find anything that good, because both duos can completely be stupid. SpongeBob's best intelligence feat is, the fact that he knows how to have a job and stuff, but he fails at driving classes, and the fact that there's a bucket load of crap he's done. Patrick's best intelligence is him being able to read a bucket load of books that basically got him a massive load in intelligence, no joke. Great. As for durability, I can end this by saying that SpongeBob and Patrick, they can regenerate, as Patrick in one episode managed to say that whenever a piece of him gets cut off, a new Patrick reforms out of that whole entire cut part. And SpongeBob, he survived a bucket load of car crashes and other shit. There is no doubt that he would actually, stat stomp that crap. Jeffy and Junior's best, they won't be able to compete with them whenever I talk about their durability, so SpongeBob and Patrick can take that. Yeah, if I just go over the rest of these damn categories, SpongeBob and Patrick will take them. And some of these are toss-ups, but, SpongeBob and Patrick just had way more to throw at Junior and Jeffy, even without the page or the pencil. Being able to take advantage of SpongeBob and Patrick's regeneration, Toon Force, and Jeffy and Junior haven't fought anyone with Toon Force before. So, you know what that means? You know what that means, everyone? Get ready, SML fanboys. I'm about to say it right here and right now. Overall, with all these stats and crap that blew way through the roof than I expected, this makes the winners of this battle SpongeBob and Patrick. And now, if you want to see a rematch, too bad. I don't have any ideas, and someone already did a YouTube versus Nickelodeon Total War, so I don't want to rip them off in any way. So, there won't be a rematch idea, sadly. Now, let me just tell you, comment down your own ideas, and they may become a future bonus or full episode of Flame Wars. And now, stay tuned for the next fighters as I reveal them. This is not actually happening. Aiden would probably get mad at me if I, made Among Us vs. God an actual episode. So let me get the real next time trailer. This was a little prank,